Nothing telling me, yeah, you got to sell the car today.
Yeah, agreed. Great. Good show, George. Well done.
Thank you. It's been fun.
James Childs, Kelly Daniels in the booth. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. Dave here. We just launched a brand new listener survey. We want to know what you think about the show. You'll be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card.
That's over.
Take the survey at Ramsey Solutions.
This replay.
Survey or text survey to 337.
It is ending. Somebody put in the chat. Pre-property taxes with insurance a year in advance as a cushion. I don't know exactly what that means. Alrighty, so that's over. Come on, there we go. What up, Sid? What up, AJ? Tell me about anything. Oh, forgot to turn off the fan. Fan is off. Sid got some fantastic news today. Waiting to hear what that is. AJ, I don't like it when people go on Big America Sucks rants. USA is pretty amazing. Agree, AJ. And the problem is, it doesn't sound like that gentleman lives here or has been here. So, who knows what they're getting. Especially from other governments, from other people that live in other countries. So, Sid says, you know that whole IRS fiasco with the unemployment income refunds? Yes, we've heard about it. As we wait with bated breath on that. They're just like behind AJ and they screwed stuff up. Oh, they finally got a refund back. 7 months after the law passed. And a paper check versus direct deposit, which was weird. Well, at least you got it. When did you find out about that, Sid? Just now? Were you holding on to that info so it could be an after show exclusive? I need that like the little TMZ thing on. Cool. And so what does for that? Now you gotta do all of your figuring out that you've done. You gotta redo it again, which I'm sure you are happy to do the math again on, right? She's known for like 20 minutes, and you were keeping it in. I appreciate you making it an after show exclusive. Cool. What up, Mandy? All right, I'm sure Sid, you feel like singing, so let's go. And yes, I don't quite have it set up to go. Here we go. Listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. In step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses and stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large. Now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show After Show brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it, all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, also Ramsey Preferred financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is up in the top of the chat. Also right here on my YouTube front page, right here in the bottom right of my banner. You can also email me questions about anything on my YouTube channel, anything about financial coaching, anything about the scheduling at, where is it? There it is. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, and you can reach me on Instagram and the Twitter at Coach Steve Money No Spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that would be paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Again, the link is right here on this P right here on my banner. It's also at the top of the chat of the stream. Let's check in with the chat. Sydney will be remathing all day tomorrow. Yep. She was doing some of that math today, I think. And now has to redo it all again. Does that put you, Sid, does that put you back in step 3B? Oh, Mandy's handing in resignation, taking a month off of mental health. Oh, and get her ass together. All right, Mandy. Grass was not greener on the other side. That can happen. Thanks for the IO. AJ, when you did IO, did you do the I and then the O? Did you do that? Firmly 3B, yes. Oh, excellent. Alrighty. Cool. That was a lot of cools. Today's Ramsey Show hosts on a replay while the hosts are in Florida for entree leadership. And as probably going to be the case all week, I would expect. Unless they got something weird going on, like Rachel didn't go and she's going to host an episode or two, or if some of them like speaking today and tomorrow, and then they'll be back later in the week. But I would think replays all week. But anyway, the hosts for today were Dave Ramsey, author of The Total Money Makeover, George Camel, host of The Fine Print. Can't say that he did. Well, AJ, all the cool kids are doing it. And don't you wish that you could be like the cool kids? All the cool kids, they seem to get it. Market report. We got ups, big ups. And let's see. I don't know. Do we have highs? Nope. That's it. Oh, that was 10 a.m. Let's do a. Oh. So, yes, then. Yes, we have a new high on the Dow. And can't remember. I think that might be a high as well on your S&P, and it is. Let's just make sure. Yeah. I can never remember which ones are which. NASDAQ. 6 months. Let's just check it. I guess so. We're all up. Wow. Except for the poor Russell, but that led today with up 2.65 points, getting back a lot of the losses. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. 2360. Not quite a new high for that. I thought it had gone down more than that. I guess not. So yeah, so I didn't have that much in the small cap, because I was more in a large cap since I started investing later, so being more aggressive. But as you can see, this just went crazy from November 2nd, 2020, and you can see what it did there, like that. And I want to say I started putting more into it about right there, and then it went bloosh, and then have been trying to get back up to there ever since, but finally almost there. Not quite at that level. 2360, just $1, about $1 off of that. So cool. So that's fun. And as far as the rest of the globe, we have everything up in Europe and mixed in Asia. And the euro is up on the dollar. The Japanese yen is up on the dollar. The British pound is down against the dollar. British pound, love. The Canadian dollar, is up on the US dollar, and the Australian dollar, mate, is up on the US dollar. Let's see what our pals in crypto are doing. Mixed on the crypto. All right. Who we got coming up for earnings? That's fun. PayPal. Coinbase is Ether and crypto marketplace. Upstart is, I think that's a loan, that's banking. That's a loan consolidation firm, I believe. But as you can see, the NASDAQ, despite being a new high again today, Apple's down. Google owner Alphabet was down over 3 points. Microsoft down, Amazon down, but Facebook up almost 2%. And you can see the new name there with the Meta platforms, maybe with the S on it. And look, Tesla just keeps going and going and going, crazily up, crazily. Ever since last week when I think it's Hertz, some rental car company. Only 32 up today, AJ? Well, yeah, I mean, I get, even though they're at new highs, it's not like it's not crazily up, is it? Now, NASDAQ 0.63. Huh. I wonder what it is that's going way, that went way up in that then if not these big ones here. Except maybe stuff like Tesla and Facebook and some other ones, I guess, apparently. Let's see what's it gonna do. They're gonna discuss how we will time everything after I run numbers. We may still rent for a year just to keep pressure off ourselves. Yep, I said I trust you to do what's best. And probably your man does as well. So, Spring remembers when the Dow hit 10,000 for the first time. I don't. I wasn't paying any attention to that. When that was at 10,000, because I probably was back in the idea that didn't have anything to do with me. Even when I was listening to Dave every night, I just thought I was just like we got a lot of people in the comments that say, all these people make way more than I do. I can't do this. And that's, not true. You can still do it. Any income is fine. You just have to be able to live under that income. That's all. That was a good little hum there, wasn't it? Tesla's winning the electronic vehicle race, you think? Although Ford was up 5% as well. What's this that was up 18? I don't know what Ocugen is. Alrighty. Of course, that's just a small, that 32 up is just a small percentage of AJ's whirl. Stock futures are flat after S&P 500 ekes out a record to close to start November. Yep. And that's fine. We've seen it be flat before and still go up the next day. Why am I scrolled down there? This from CNBC. Backdoor Roth, a tax strategy favored by the rich, survives in Democrats' latest plan. Key points. The House Ways and Means Committee passed a measure in September to kill the backdoor and mega backdoor Roth individual retirement account. The strategies allow wealthy Americans to funnel more money into Roth IRAs. The accounts allow for tax-free investment growth and future withdrawals and don't require distributions after age 72. The $1.75 trillion Build Back Better framework issued by the White House on Thursday preserves the strategies for now. Let's see. So they had previously talked about wiping that out. But they were going to still let people do it for 10 years so they could get the tax money on it. Because you got to pay taxes on the thing when you transfer it into the Roth. You're paying taxes on that, but the growth is tax-free. Let's see. Does it say? I scanned this earlier. I don't recall it saying anywhere what that means for now. But I mean, for now, I guess, because of course they are going to keep trying to get money out of the richies, I'm sure. Until we actually have a law, we can't be sure what's going to be in it. That is true. That is true. And sometimes the people voting on it don't even know, and so you don't know until it's passed and it says, "Oh, this is the law." So let's see. Omits other retirement measures, include such as the new required minimum distribution rules for accounts of more than 10 million. Negotiations ongoing and retirement rules may reemerge, especially if Democrats add measures that raise legislation's total price tag and need to find new funding sources, of course. Okay, it does not say. It does not say why they say for now on there, except just for general knowledge that they will try to come get ready. Oh, sorry there, AJ. You invested in told about your $32, so I didn't know that it was a secret. I'm sorry, AJ. Let me know if you need me to beep it out. There's also from CNBC, 5 things to know. I don't know why it goes down like that. That's what she said. 5 things to know before the stock market opens on Monday. I don't think I needed anything from this. I think I was just looking at it. It was a slow news day. So probably going to be a short show today. Bullish tone on Wall Street could be tested this week. Environment efforts from POTUS. American Airlines cancels nearly 2,000 flights since Friday. All right. This from Yahoo News. AJ was just making it funny. It's all good. I figured, AJ. Can't imagine why it survived. Probably because the politicians are amongst the richest. That's true. That's true, Mandy. And you got some because the Democrats in the Senate, they only have 50. So to get a to be able to pass something, they have to have everybody on board, and they got like two people that seem to be kind of more moderate to conservative as far as fiscal policy, and so with those guys out, they can't stop the Republican filibuster, and so it would never get passed. So they got to have all 50 so they can at least tie the Republicans, and then the vice president could break the tie. The IRS plan to collect $400 billion in unpaid taxes relies on deterrence. The Treasury's IDMO, pardon me if that's not your name, sir, Adewale, pretty sure about that one is right, but IDMO, sorry if that's not correct, sir. The U.S. government aims to raise $400 billion in new revenue over a decade by making rich Americans respect the authority of the Internal Revenue Service, again, as part of President Joe Biden's slim down $1.75 billion social and climate spending plan. Increased IRS enforcement to collect unpaid taxes makes up the largest source of revenue in the bill that congressional Democrats are trying to finalize this week. Deputy Treasury Secretary, I'll not try the name again, Oh, it's Wally here. They shortened it to Wally for the first name. Told Reuters that a revived fear of audits among wealthy Americans would deter tax avoidance. So I was just talking about try to get money from the rich in whatever way they can, and that's just normal. That always happens. Other than that, I don't know that we need anything else from here. Targeting tax cheats. I believe I saw something about the former president. Yes, after years of budget cuts and underinvestment, largely under Republican-controlled Congresses, or is that Congress-I? The IRS has 17,000 fewer enforcement employees than a decade ago. So yeah, so that's some of the budget is to make have some of those guys hired back or new ones. Mandy said right. Did you like that positive affirmation? This from autoblog.com, but it talks about Consumer Reports investigates auto loans, finds bad news everywhere. And with the, what's that called? The subtitle, the tagline. A lot of buyers are paying way too much and don't know their options. Written by Jonathan Ramsey, no relation, I'm assuming. Consumer Reports spent a year on an investigative report into auto loans. The magazine's findings aren't exactly surprising to any car enthusiast. A frightening number of people are overcharged for car loans. But while we enthusiasts know this in our hearts, Consumer Reports has the juicy data to back it up. Consumer Reports gathered its information on almost 858,000 loans from 17 lenders, as well as borrower data, including credit scores, income, and employment status. These were obtained from mandatory filings submitted to the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission in 2019 and 2020, detailing asset-backed securities, which are car loans, bundled into an asset investors can buy into. Obviously, there are more than 858,000 outstanding car loans in the country, but Consumer Reports could only look at the loans that required public disclosure. That makes sense. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Along with longer loans being the norm, Consumer Reports said the average monthly payment is nearly $600 when 10 years ago it was about $450. Even at $450, that is really a lot out of the average person's income. And so that's why Dave Ramsey will almost immediately say sell the car when unless you make a boatload of money. It's just too much. It's being car poor before you can be house poor. Basically, it's the same deal. When you're making that much of a car payment, you don't have the money to pay off debt. You don't have the money to do anything else with. So that's why the car gets sold. And the regrettable number of loans start off badly, with Consumer Reports saying 46% of the loans in the data we reviewed were underwater from the get-go, to the tune of $4,000 on average. And you're saying, Steve, how does that happen? That happens when people roll in negative equity on another car that they shouldn't have bought. But, yeah. It's the worst feeling, Mandy says. Buyers with the same credit scores would get charged wildly different interest rates, with dealers and lenders setting interest rates based on what they think they can get away with. And this is true even for people with prime and super prime credit scores, the latter starting at 720 and above. It was also regardless of buyer race and ethnicity, since that information isn't included in the SEC filings. No, none of that matters. What matters is if people will sign for the loan. Of course, they're going to try to get as much interest as they can from you. So, I mean, that's their job. So, and the best way to avoid that is to avoid that type of person with that job. If you don't get a car loan, you don't need to be around any of those people ever. Yeah, being both house and car poor. Exactly. Yeah, that is a horrible feeling. Because because you got no money left. You got presumably a nice house, presumably a very nice car, but you got nothing else. You got no cash, and so you can't do anything except be in your nice car and nice house, and that's it. Let's see. In 2018 Toyota Camry buyer in Maryland whose sterling credit would normally merit a 4.5% APR, instead accepted a 6-year loan at 19%. If the buyer had paid off the loan, they would have spent $59,000 on the Camry by the end of 2025. Instead, the car was repossessed. Crazy. Crazy. Repossessed from somebody with a sterling credit. That is crazy. Mandy, AJ said he was there, bought a house and 2 cars in 2 years, and then he said mistakes were made. Indeed, and by all of us, sir. So you definitely are not alone in that boat, sir. Mandy found Ramsey at the right moment in 2017, and she's so happy to be in 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. I think we got basically the deal on this one. Not good. It means not good. Head over to Consumer Reports to check out the entire story. It's long, but it should be required reading for everyone getting a loan from any lender to buy any kind of vehicle, probably, or any kind of thing whatsoever. Andy Warhol said, art is what you can get away with, so is auto financing. So, yeah. And if you just, don't know any better, that's why we always tell people to get more than one estimate on anything, because you go and buy a car and the person says, well, it's 19% interest, and you think that's what it is. You don't know that you have any other options. All righty. Like I said, slow news day today. Let's see if there's anything. Let me refresh it here and see if there's anything new added. Maybe that small cap can hit that record tomorrow. Let's see. New market emergence for online delivery. 10-minute groceries. How much is that going to cost you? Promising groceries in as little as 10 minutes. The Pandy helped push online grocery shopping into the mainstream, revolutionizing a swath. It's good. That's good vocabulary. A swath of the $2 trillion a year global grocery market. Now new players are banking on a business model derived from the one that propelled online food delivery worldwide. And that's all I can read on that. But basically, you got it. They're going to give it in 10 minutes. Let's see. Investors are piling into startups that promise super fast deliveries of staples like toilet paper and ice cream. Perhaps the person on the bike will be delivering it. This is from the Wall Street Journal, if I didn't say that. Boom, boom, boom. Some retiring early, but delaying Social Security in the Great Resignation. I don't know. I get irritated at when like people try to think of a name for something and you don't even know how big of a thing it is. But time will tell. Time will tell. American Airlines reveals what we all know about America's labor shortage, that it sucks, it's not fun, maybe. Let's take a look. Why not? Since we have the extra time. Is that going to start? Is that going to go? Maybe not. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. A brutal weekend for one airline and a telling weekend on the state of America's labor shortage. Oh, American Airlines canceled about 14.3% of its flights, according to data shared by the company to Yahoo Finance, in large part because it was unable to find staff to carry out operations. Staffing problems were the most acute in the flight attendant category. The airline has canceled an astounding 1,623 flights since Friday, the data indicates. They're expecting improvement. I was looking to see if they're short flight attendants due to mandatory vaccine thing, but it doesn't say anything about that. Mandatory vaccine requirements is the word I was looking for instead of vaccine things. We talk about the futures being flat. Doesn't matter. Chase offering up to 50% bonus when redeeming credit card points for Apple devices. All right, well, there you go. Run out and get your point chasers. Run out and get your Apple products. All right. Mandy has a Wrangler and part of a Jeep group of girls, and these chicks, her words, not mine, don't cancel me, rolled their Jeep payments after buying Rubicons to buy a stock limited pink Wrangler. Wow. Yeah, that is a sad, she put a sad face, that is. Mandy also says with the amount of groceries she gets, she doesn't think the guy would be able to fit it in a backpack. Yeah. Right, which is another thing. You don't want to be getting 2 and 3 things at a time because you're paying extra for it with the delivery service. AJ says sounds like those girls, young ladies, AJ, come on, are living their best life. Sid thinks it's between the vaccines and the abusive customers. Could be. Mandy said the girls they might be living the best life, but a poor life. Yep, that much is certain. All right, you guys got any more content for me? You guys want to talk about anything? While you're thinking if you want to talk about anything, what can I plug? What's tonight? Monday. So it is, what did I do last? Computer. Last Monday, I did tech support. So tonight is Ramsey coach support. I'm alternating those on Monday, tech support with Coach Steve Money and Ramsey support. And in both of those, I look at the affiliated Reddit subreddit. Either the tech support subreddit or the Dave Ramsey subreddit, which Ramsey Solutions does not run. It is run by fans, but they do allow people to say whatever they want to about Dave or his plan or anything like that on there. I generally try to focus on the positive stuff, which there's plenty on there, and questions as well. Gonna try to do Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Old Man Video Gaming. I have played, let's see, I'm playing Lost in Random. I finished Among the Sleep. PC Building Simulator. And what's that new one? Dark. D-A-R-Q. I played last night for an hour and a half, and I didn't make any progress, so I don't even have that one listed in there. So maybe I can get some in. Jeep group of girls using just using her language, right? AJ, I got you. I was just messing with you, AJ. I was just busting you chaps. Mandy says chicks and girls all the time. Good night, Mandy. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you. So we'll do father-daughter video gaming when Bella has time again. Waiting to hear back from her on that. This show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, is 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Weekdays, Monday through Friday. And I am live even after a replay of the Ramsey Show, as was the case today. Didn't I have another? Oh, I will, as also was the case today, I will start a live stream just so we can chat in it. If the mod has not put up the Ramsey Show YouTube video where it does the countdown, or not video, but the space for it where it does the countdown. And that was the case today. If he doesn't put that up by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I will do a live stream just so we can chat in there. The music, my music playlist has not only the Baby Step song with probably a much worse version of it than you just heard tonight. I've gotten better at singing it and better with the timing and so forth. But also the John Deloney song is in there. And also me reacting to John Deloney's reaction to the John Deloney song. So fun times afoot there. Boom, 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 boom. And I think that's about it we have for the streams that I'm doing right now. I think, yeah. Like I said, Ramsey coach support tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Next Monday night will be tech support again at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and Wednesdays and Saturdays 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Old Man Video Gaming, where I play one-player games. If it's a hop in the split gate with him. I may do that one day. Boosted wanted me to play some kind of game. I can't remember what it is, but it looks like it's on PC, but it looks like basically like a mobile game, so not my thing. AJ said he's got to run, dinner, some kind of meat involved perhaps. Have fun, AJ, with dinner. Thank you for joining me, sir. Joining us. Alrighty. Well, Sid, I'm glad you got that finally. I know you've been waiting on it forever. And the government finally came through for you. Specifically the IRS. And I'm sure you're feeling a little bit lighter since you found out that news. Since you saw that check, I bet. But everybody, here at the end is where we say make smart financial decisions every day. Have a good night, everybody. See you in a little bit over an hour for Ramsey Coach Support. We'll have fun. Good night.